friends, let's practice Bakasana or crow pose. Some arm balancing is always a good way to practice upside down time for a bit, which is good for us all. You may want a blanket for your heels to rest up upon while your toes are down on the floor or your mat. And we'll come into Goddess Squat or Malasana, as some of us know it. The elbows are pressing inside your knees, your palms pressed together, and you're lengthening from your tailbone through your low lumbars, through your mid-thoracics, into your upper cervical spine, and all the way up that beautiful long neck into the crown of your head. Breathing here. Please release your hands and let one hand reach outside your foot and the other hand can reach across from its shoulder. And as you twist a bit, you'll check in, see how you're feeling, and notice if it's appropriate to begin to reach up to the ceiling. And your gaze would move in the direction of your fingertips. Slow, steady breath continues. And then releasing the top hand, and we'll switch. So the other hand moves outside the foot and the other hand reaches across from its shoulder or up toward the ceiling. Now, if you reach up and your body lets you know it would prefer not to be there, give yourself permission to return to that midpoint with your wrist in line with shoulders. Slow, steady breath here. And then returning that top hand to the floor. And from here, you may want your blanket in front of you to offer some cushion. And you might like to start with 1 or 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, no worries. You could find some old phone books or some bigger books that you have in your home. And then we'll let our toes climb up on top of your perch. And it's as if you're in your goddess squat, but you're leaning forward. And your fingers spread wide and you're gazing a bit forward. So instead of straight down, a bit forward. Now, let's reach those hands away from you and let your knees squeeze your upper back until you can bring your hands to a place where the backs of your arms and your shins meet, and then you start to move forward and maybe those tippy toes will lift up off of your blocks. If 2 blocks feels a bit too high, let's try 1. Slow, steady breath returns. We'll climb up onto our ledge and arms again will reach in front of you. Knees will hug the upper back, so you're squeezing a bit there, engaging your core as your hands move towards your body. Push into the balls of your feet and lift those heels up. Now, gaze forward, and as you lean forward, practice lifting one foot, maybe the other. Big toes touch, eventually the inner edges of the feet touch. Well done. Let's try it one more time, this time without the block. Or if you really like using the blocks, keep doing that. Have your blanket if that helps. I'm going to move it just in case it helps you see a bit better. And find, again, your arms reaching way far forward, your knees hugging your upper back, and then pulling the hands in towards your body. And that's where you start to lift the heels. So I'm moving on to what we call the tippy toes. It's really the balls of the feet. My hands are shoulders width, so let's do that again. Reach, squeeze the knees in, pull the hands in, lift, and now lean. Gaze to something that doesn't move. Lift one foot, lift the other foot, pull those feet in toward each other. See if the whole inner edge of your foot will touch. Keep breathing. And release to your goddess squat. Slow, steady breath. And let's release your good wrists. So come to sit on your heels if you like. Find those books or blocks one more time and press the tops of your hands into the blocks. So my fingers are reaching back and I like to have my elbows bent. You might want to lengthen your arms and just notice if you're leaning a bit or rounding a bit. Can you press down through your seat and lift the spine, lengthen, open the heart. And then bring your arms overhead for crescent moon. We'll let the middle finger and thumb of one hand clasp the other wrist and lengthen your ears just inside your upper arm, and your gaze is across from you so that your neck is neutral. And then inhale, center, and exhale, other side. And release. And bring those hands to your Anjali Mudra, heart-centered mudra. Satnam, Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. See you soon.